Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Keene. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for the 2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III Championship between Kearsarge and Hopkinton. Both teams coming off impressive semifinal victories earlier this week. A little bit of a bigger floor here on Championship Saturday as we're live at Keene State College. But, Justin, as we know, both teams up for the challenge here on Championship Saturday.
Absolutely. We're going to see some teams, two different styles of play. I think Kearsarge likes to go inside, obviously, with Marinello. And Murdo is a force to be reckoned with on offense for the Hawks.
Kearsarge going to win the tip and head right to left in this first half. It leads to a quick shot, and then a foul on the rebound is going to come against the Cougars as Adara Boucher was over the back. So early on, it's a good break of luck there for Hopkinton. Well, head coach Ed Tenney on the Kearsarge sidelines. Mike Mahoney, the man heading the Hopkinton charge today. Both veteran head coaches showing some passion when we spoke to them after the semifinal win back on Wednesday. Got a good standing and cheering student section as well on the far sideline. Right now, hoping the Cougars defense can get a stop. Here's a long two. Won't go down for Paige Bodep. Fade away on the second effort. Not there for Zoe Bishop. And a rebound the other way for Kearsarge's Ava Shapiro.
Already we see both teams are in a man so far.
Three-pointer. Back iron miss, pops straight up, and now a scrum under the basket is going to lead to a jump ball.
Early jump ball. Keep an eye on Westover. Westover, the last time that we saw her play, she had 19 rebounds, and she's always around the basket, always.
Had a monster game in the victory for Kearsarge over number 1 St. Thomas back on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Shaylee Murdo, a player to watch. And she shows you why right there on the step back two to get the Hawks on the board.
And that's exactly who they have to watch. Murdo was on fire the other night, starts out on fire tonight.
Good pass in the middle, but then a strip under the rim as Tessa Marinello was denied. Good hands by the defender.
Might have got away with a little bump on that one. Tough to tell from here. Little bump on the far side.
2-0 Hawks. Kearsarge trying to get on the board. Shapiro, left-hand dribble for O.C. Ilg. Elbow jump shot, Boucher, a good look. And then Westover is knocked down. The ball is knocked out of bounds, and Hopkinton will have it.
Westover's tough, though. Westover can handle that. You got to keep her off the glass, find a way to – you got to find her and box her out. If you're Marinello, that's what your job is going to have to be tonight defensively.
Coach Mahoney in conversation with Murdo, the point guard. There's a bounce pass and a leaner on the baseline. Not there for Helen Yetton. Westover in the mix is fouled on the way back up.
There she is now with 2 offensive rebounds and a defensive rebound. Already 3 rebounds for Westover this early in the ball game.
Such a hard player to box out, always on the move when the shot goes up. And tough as nails, as we know as well.
She's like the Dennis Rodman of the Hopkinton Hawks. Everywhere the ball goes, Westover goes.
First free throw off the back iron. Folks, continuing to file in. First of 2 championship affairs here at Keene State College. The boys matchup between Conant and St. Thomas comes your way later at 8 o'clock. A 1-for-2 trip for Westover, and an early timeout is called by Kearsarge. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. A 3-0 lead for Hopkinton. The Hawks, the number 2 seed, took care of Winnisquam with an impressive showing Wednesday night at Bow High School. Kearsarge arriving after a 15-3 regular season and 3 postseason wins in this tournament already. Victories over Fall Mountain, Guilford, and as we mentioned, the Saints of St. Thomas.
That St. Thomas game was quite the battle.
Little press here from the Hawks. Cougars will break it via the pass. They go to Mariello. Shot short. Second try, no. Westover going to pivot out of the crowd with the basketball, but not before a jump ball is called.
That jump ball was a little bit too quick for my sentiments.
A 15-footer off the side iron.
We'll see a little bit of nerves early here in the game. Hopefully they'll calm down a little bit, make some of those shots that they normally make in a regular season game.
Hopkinton looking to push the lead to 5-0, and they will on a friendly roll there for Zoe Bishop.
Got to find a way to get Marinello the ball. Or you can do that.
I'm going to count that for 3.
Ilg. Big three from Ilg.
Able to square up from the wing to get her team on the board. And 3 minutes in, it's a 5-3 contest. There's a backdoor. Murdo is fouled. A hard foul given there by Shapiro will send Murdo to the line. A little bit of a push in the back.
Absolutely. She's a good free throw shooter, too. I'm not trying to foul her intentionally. If you're going to foul someone else who's not as good a free throw shooter as she is.
Free throw is going to roll.
And no jinx today, Nick. No jinx so far.
Murdo spectacular in that victory. The semifinal win 23 points, 16 in the first half to really set the tone. Doing the same thing here. 4 points early in this first quarter. Her club up by 4, 7-3. More press from Hopkinton. No problem for Kearsarge. They look for Marinello, their leading scorer. Pass across the paint. Boucher, nice little 2-footer.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on Marinello. Boucher has found open spots. Good pass by Marinello.
Nearing the midway point, first quarter. Again, it's the Cougar fans standing and chanting defense. Hawks taking their time. Here's Yetton. Murdo lost it with the right hand out of bounds.
Good defense. Now, if Hopkinton can get something out of this press, a trap somewhere, force the ball sideline, try and get a trap, would really help them. If they're not going to trap, though, kind of why press?
Three-pointer, Ilg. Let it sail a little too much. Rebound off the bounce for Bishop. And again, Murdo looks over her right shoulder at Coach Mahoney. Murdo, the junior, the unquestioned floor leader. Sets up Paige Baudet, who goes off the window for 3.
Got to call glass. Three-pointer, use the glass, right? Any way you can.
Able to just get behind the three-point line from straight away. Marinello, mid-block, one dribble, right-hand shot, little short, Westover on the glass.
Might have got hit. Good rebound by Westover yet again. There she is. You know, we say no matter where she goes, there she is. Westover everywhere.
4 rebounds here early on. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. And Bishop is rejected by Marinello. Boucher trying to explode the other way. Shapiro lobs it in the paint, and a foul is called on the catch. Over the back against Ilg. That is her first, team's third.
So far, a pretty clean game. A little pushing foul down there, not bad. Pretty clean.
You know, this one thrown off the back of the defender. Boucher, the inbounder, is on the ground.
Yeah,
and a jump ball is called as Murdo is able to tie her up.
That's a tough play to make. If you get lucky and throw it hard enough, get the ball back, you can actually score. But I just didn't think she had anyone to throw it to at that time.
Hopkinton looking to go up 7, maybe 8 here on this trip. Good hands by Shapiro to poke it loose. It ends up in the Kearsarge bench right in front of Coach Tenney. Coach Tenney led Kearsarge to 2 titles back in the day, 98 and 2002. Returned to the sidelines last year after an 8-year absence. And is looking to bring home another trophy for Kearsarge.
And Shapiro right now getting that assignment on Murdo, has to try and contain Murdo best you can.
Wrap around pass, Westover, too strong off the window. Yetton going to keep it alive for Hopkinton. And now Bodette will reset.
Yetton does try to find herself where balls seem to bounce quite a bit.
Bishop from the baseline. Her second field goal. And Hopkinton out to a great start here in this first quarter. We're going to force another timeout from Kearsarge. It comes with less than 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. A 12-5 lead on the board for the Hawks.
Well, right now Kearsarge is having a little bit of trouble trying to generate offense. They're not getting easy shots. They're not getting easy looks. Got to find a way to get Marinello on the block or maybe at the high post and let her attack the basket that way. Got to score some points here, Nick. The nerves are about done. I think they're okay now. We're 6 minutes and 7 seconds in.
Well, the fans are still filing in here to Spalding Gymnasium. A packed house, almost at capacity. Again, standing student sections as we expected on the far side of the floor. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. First of 2 championships here tonight, as the boys Division III final will be played at 8 o'clock between Conant and St. Thomas. Well, a good start for Shaylee Murdo and the Hopkinton Hawks. Murdo with 4 early, but already 4 different scorers in the scorer's book for Coach Mahoney.
Yep,
Kearsarge trying to find a little more consistency on offense here in this first quarter.
Yeah, right now just Boucher and Ilg are the only 2 that have scored. They got to get some. They're just not getting good looks right now at all. Not even close. The press may have bothered them just a little bit.
So Kearsarge basketball as we resume. Final 2 minutes, first quarter. The Cougars trailing by their largest margin. Marinello is going to slice into that with her first bucket off the window.
They need to keep doing that. Pick and roll. They get a high pick and roll at the top of the key. Pick and roll at the wing. Find ways to get her near the basket where she is exceptional.
Marinello, 19 points in the win over top seed St. Thomas back on Wednesday. Meanwhile, another patient possession for the Hawks. Murdo in trouble. Ran into Boucher and lost the basketball.
The rare Murdo turnover. Might have been a foul. Tough call, though. Tough call. Good no call, I think. In a championship game, good no call.
Would have been Boucher's second. Skip pass. Ilg. Extra pass. Boucher, a little bit of trouble. Now puts it on the deck. Good defensive effort so far for Hopkinton. Final 45 seconds, first quarter. Shapiro, left-hand pull-up, won't go, and there's Westover again on the window. 5 rebounds in the early going for the junior. Final 30 seconds, first quarter.
Maybe they'll take the last shot. I don't think so. Maybe not.
Murdo across the paint. Bodette thought about it. Bishop will fire. Elbow extended, no. Murdo over the shoulder. Back iron miss. Loose ball into the Kearsarge bench. And now over to the Cougars. Well, we see the first substitution either way. Coach Mahoney going into the Kearsarge bench. Going to bring out Liz Holmes. We saw her go down late in the first half in the semifinal win over Winnisquam. Is going to play it despite not being 100% tonight. Out there with a brace on the right knee.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay and can play through the pain.
Meanwhile, lob inside, nobody home. And the ball turned over to the Hawks.
I think that's only their second turnover. And in the beginning of this game, 6 seconds left, not bad.
Both teams have taken pretty good care of the ball. Here's Murdo, step back 3.
Ooh.
Is no good off the back iron, and that will do it for the first quarter. Hopkinton off to a good start. Shaylee Murdo and the Hawks with a 12-7 lead. Second quarter on the other side. You are watching the 2023-2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III Championship here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Now 12-7 after one. Hopkinton setting the tone early on both ends and leading by 5 here as we get set for the second quarter.
Yeah, Hopkinton's done a really good job defensively, limiting Marinello shots. The press has been effective, slowing them down. They haven't got many traps or turnovers out of it, but it seems to have just thrown Kearsarge off just a little bit. A little bit of their offense is a little off, a little slow.
So here's Kearsarge trying to make this a one-possession difference. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, the Division III State Championship. First of 2, the boys will follow at 8 o'clock tonight. Broadcasting, of course, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Long 2 for Shapiro. Westover, another big rebound for Hopkinton. Meanwhile, ball loose and take it away. It's Avery Chase, the freshman who just checked in. And now Kearsarge again, hoping to make this a one-possession difference.
Right now, Murdo is guarding Marinello as well. I kind of go at her, throw the ball inside. Maybe get Murdo in foul trouble.
Shapiro, spin move, fires off the front iron, and then Westover is fouled on the rebound attempt. In the mix for Kearsarge, Naoma Wilson.
Freshman, right?
Freshman, yep. Not afraid to battle with the older players, but picks up a foul here. And it's the first one either way with a minute gone by in this second quarter.
She played pretty well the other night. Some timely rebounds, basket or two.
Hopkinton open to match their largest lead.
Trying to run that flex at that low screen on the block. Just got to make sure you screen someone, right? If you're going to get open, you got to actually screen a person. Don't screen a space.
Shapiro trying to deny Murdo the ball. Here's Holmes. Dribble drive, cut off, lobs it to Westover in the lane. Finds Chase, set shot, won't go. Back iron miss. And there again is Wilson on the glass for Kearsarge.
That's what Wilson does, comes in and rebounds.
Nearly 2 minutes in, second quarter. Marinello, challenge shot, can't get it over Westover. And there's Chase on the weak side for Hopkinton. Murdo, eye on the rim, three-pointer. Left it short. Holmes trying to poke it loose. Instead, it's Wilson able to dig it out for Kearsarge. Marinello thought about it. Finds Boucher. The runner won't go off the window. Westover continuing to make a difference on the glass. Her 7th rebound.
Westover is already 1 rebound away from 10 rebounds with 5:36 to go in the half.
Westover mid-block finds Holmes. Elbow J. Won't go, back iron. And then an offensive rebound and a foul. It's
Another
Charlotte
freshman?
Tanavasa there on the glass. She just checked in. And again, had the inside position to draw the foul. That's number 2 on Naoma Wilson. So Wilson going to have to be careful. Will stay in the game for now with the 2 fouls.
Yeah, you don't want to be in foul trouble early. You got to make sure you can stay in the game.
Westover can't hit. Offensive rebound, Beaudet trying to toe the baseline, hoping to escape with a right-hand dribble. Beaudet still going. Goes all the way around the floor, leaves it for Westover, who lost it. Westover on the ground, throws it between the legs of Chase, and look out. As both Ilg and Chase hit the floor, this one is whistled. And will belong to the Cougars.
Violation. Almost looked like Kearsarge hit it first, too, and it wouldn't have been a backcourt violation.
We have a timeout. It's the 3rd charge timeout against Kearsarge in this first half. It comes with 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. And our score of 12-7 has held up so far through the first 3 minutes of this second quarter as both defenses have elevated their play.
They have, and Kearsarge needs to just find some way to get easy shots, get to the basket, use the glass, maybe shoot some free throws. Westover is destroying them on the boards, defensive rebounds. But Kearsarge just a little bit off offensively, not really running things too smoothly like they did the other night. So hopefully going forward, they'll be a little bit better with their offense. Defensively, not too bad, though. We got Murdo. Murdo's only scored 4 points, so you've done your job if you've held her to 4 early.
It's a Kearsarge team that went 12-5 during the regular season. And again, already 3-0 in this postseason tournament. Coming into today, all in all, when you added up 14 straight wins for the Cougars. Hopkinton 13-2 during the regular season campaign. That 3rd loss was the final week of the regular season. But able to turn it around very quickly in this tournament. And they have both deserved their tickets here to today's championship. Meanwhile, a couple of good looks for Marinello that won't go. Yedden has it in the corner and is going to get a timeout from the sideline as Coach Mahoney is all over it.
Got to make those 2-footers, Nick. At any level, varsity level especially, in a championship game, you can't afford to miss 2-footers. Easy shots, got to make those. Got to concentrate, do what you do normally, and make those shots.
Well, Hopkinton playing on the big stage for the first time in 6 years. The last time the Hawks were here, 2018, that was a 36-30 defeat against Conan. And for Kearsarge, as we mentioned, their last championship, Class I, back in 2002.
Well, he brought them back to prominence, that's for sure. They're playing well. This is a good opportunity for them to win another one.
They're in the midway point, second quarter. Hopkinton is led by as many as 7 and have not trailed. Neither team has scored here in this second quarter. Westover in the post, fadeaway, back iron miss. And a good rebound and a crowd there for Marinello. Kearsarge will slow it down. They look for Marinello on the baseline. High post, Boucher. Now Shapiro off the ball screen. Little fadeaway. Can't hit the 18-footer. Offensive rebound, though, for Miranda Anderson. Second try for the Cougars. Three-pointer for Ilg. No good. Westover tips it back out to Marinello.
Marinello's got to continue to be aggressive.
And Shapiro, free throw line extended. Able to knock down her first field goal to bring her team within 3 at 12-9. Murdo is fouled. Well, saw the opportunity on the baseline, hit the gas, and paid the price. A collision near the rim knocked her down, but the junior ready to head back to the free throw line for the second time tonight.
And she's usually money from the free throw line, so I expect nothing less. Jinx or no jinx? Oh, no. We can only jinx one time a game. That was it.
So her first miss. Hopkinton has gone to the line 3 times in this first half. We have not seen Kearsarge shoot a free throw at the other end yet.
And I think that's what they need to do. They need to find a way to get to the free throw line.
Murdo able to follow her own miss. And now Murdo between the legs, trying to shake off Anderson. Bishop back to Murdo, catching fire. 3, no. Westover, her 10th rebound, won't get it. Finally, Marinello clears the glass for Kearsarge. Up ahead, Shapiro is fouled. Well, good hustle by Murdo to get back and challenge. Made a swipe at the basketball, but got arm. And Shapiro will shoot the Cougars' first free throws of this first half with just over 3 minutes to go.
Now, the fans weren't happy, but that is a great foul. No injury. Foul. Didn't let her make the layup. It's a great foul. Make her make the free throws.
That one rolls around the rim and out.
Crowd is never happy with that kind of foul, but it's a great foul. Heads-up play.
Back iron miss, but there is the putback by Marinello.
That's exactly what they need. Marinello needs to get it going, right? Get it going.
3 minutes remaining first half. Hopkinton looking for their first points of this second quarter. Bodette, the defender Shapiro right on her hip. Bodette looks for Yetton, pass a little high. Bodette make that Boucher on the ground for the Cougars. Forces the tie up, jump ball called. It'll stay at this end. Coach Tenney goes back to the bench, takes Boucher out, and the freshman Wilson back on despite the 2 fouls.
That was a good defensive stance. I don't know not too sure what Bodette was doing, dribbling back and forth that many times, maybe try and throw him off a little bit and then attack the basket. But that was a great defensive stand by Kearsarge.
There's a foul. Shapiro in the mix, made a play for the basketball with the right hand, but going to pick up the foul here.
I think that's her second. Yeah,
yep.
Second foul.
And also the 4th team foul, so Kearsarge up against the limit.
We'll shoot some free throws next time.
Both teams have played primarily man-to-man half-court defense throughout this first half. Yetton, high post, Westover. Trying to pivot away from Marinello. Finds the cutter. It's Bodette. Can't get that one to go as it rolls off the far side of the rim. It's tipped out of bounds, though, by the defense, so Hopkinton will keep it.
They need to have all 5 of their teammates, not just Marinello, trying to rebound. Everybody needs to get after the ball and rebound.
Meanwhile, the travel is gone.
I have that being their 6th turnover. I could be off, but right now they have more turnovers than Kearsarge does, but Kearsarge is still, Hopkins is still winning the game. Kearsarge, close, 1-point game.
Cougars looking for their first lead. They have trailed throughout. Shapiro going to give it to him. It's a 3-pointer. So Ava Shapiro, the junior, showing you the range there. And now it's Liz Holmes who just checked back in, follows her own miss, gets the ball off the front rim, trying to find Murdo, sends her scrambling back to midcourt. Now off the ball screen with Westover. Bounce pass. Can't control it. Shapiro able to pinch down and steal it. And now it's Kearsarge the other way. Entry pass denied.
Wow, got lucky.
Murdo slaps it out of bounds.
Good defensive play. Look, right idea. Looking inside, you got to throw the ball up a little higher to the hand of Marinello and lead her to the basket. Easy layup if they do that. There she is posting up.
Marinello double teamed in the low block. Finds Wilson at the elbow. Passes on the open J. Back to Marinello. One dribble and a foul is called.
Wilson's got to take that shot. Freshman, you've got to take that shot. When you're open, make the defense work hard, take the shot.
Well, that's number 3 against Murdo.
That's a problem, Nick. That's a huge problem.
So Coach Mahoney with a decision to make here. Still a minute 24 remaining in the first half. And his star player's got 3 fouls.
Have to take her out. You got to give her a couple minutes so she doesn't get that fourth. She gets that 4th foul, she's probably not going to be able to play until the 4th quarter.
1 for 2 trip for Marinello.
If I'm Kearsarge, I'm going at her too. Whoever she's guarding, I'm going at her, and I'm trying to score. Trying to get her that 4th foul.
Kearsarge trailed by as many as 7. They're up 3 here. Hopkinton yet to score in this second quarter as we approach the final minute before halftime. Westover stripped on the way up. A clean strip there by Marinello.
Westover not a huge threat right now offensively. I think she needs to try and take some shots, though. Maybe get Marinello in foul trouble as well.
Here's Holmes. Good strong move, but rushed the shot. Tipped out to Ilg, and the Cougars get another stop. Final minute until halftime. Coming up at halftime, a look back at the first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and a preview of the boys' Division III championship game, which comes your way later tonight. Meanwhile, it's a rare turnover. A travel is called. And again, the Hawks will look to get on the board here in the second quarter in the final 45 seconds.
Yeah, you want to try and get a basket here, maybe tie it up, get within 1, get a foul, shoot a free throw.
Pass nearly intercepted. Instead, it's Bodette. Over to Westover. Final 30 seconds. Yeton, good clean look. Won't go from 16 feet. And a rebound for Wilson. Kearsarge. I believe they want the last shot here. Coach Tenney raising his right arm. Down to 15 seconds. Shapiro going to whirl around. Thought about it. Up top, it's Anderson. Steps into a long 2 that won't go. This one is tipped. And last touch by Yeton. So it will stay with Kearsarge with just under 6 seconds remaining.
Going to get one more shot at it.
Ilg for Shapiro. And good
almost.
Defense there by Hopkinton. Going to prevent the shot. But the second quarter belongs to Kearsarge. Trail by 5 to begin the frame and kept Hopkinton off the board. So it's the number 4 seed Cougars leading this low-scoring affair at halftime, 15-12 here at Keene State College.
Really good first half, little tight, both teams. Didn't shoot very well, a lot of air balls, kind of shots, a little long. So composure, right? Championship game. Maybe it takes a half. Sometimes it takes a little longer, right? Second half, you come out, you're a little more relaxed. You play a little bit better, more composed, and you don't miss those shots that you normally make in a regular season game.
Coming up in just a few moments, a look back at that first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and again a preview of Conant and St. Thomas on the boys' side coming up later tonight. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
It's the start of the second half here at Keene State College. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Getting set for the second half of this 2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III State Championship game. Both teams battling hard to get here. That first half, a tale of two quarters. Kearsarge trailed by as many as 7 in the opening frame, but the Cougars kept Hopkinton off the board for the entire second quarter, Justin, which we know is very difficult to do.
Oh, it is. You got to make sure you can't stop Westover.
And a rebound for Murdo. Murdo, long pass up the floor, finds her backcourt mate, Baudette. Can't get it, but there's the second effort. It's Zoe Bishop.
I'll tell you what, Bishop has a quiet 6 points that have been very important.
Good shot here. O.C. Ilg. That is a long 2 in her second field goal. Meanwhile, Murdo going to pull it out.
And remember, Murdo right now has 3 fouls.
Right. Coach Mahoney rolling the dice a bit, keeping his star player on the floor despite the foul trouble. Meanwhile, speaking of star players, it's Marinello. Comes over with the swat, her first rejection tonight.
Really good block inside. You don't want to attack her directly. She could block almost every shot. She's got some size, length. She moves well. You want to try and go away from her. If I'm Kearsarge, though, I'm going at Murdo every time down the floor. Without Murdo, they don't go. They just don't have that same go up and down the floor.
Patient possession for Hopkinton.
Running their offense pretty much at the free throw line and above. You notice that, the high screen? That's a tough way to get a basket. It's almost like a delay game. You just keep running that screen up high.
Yetton trying to bounce it. Bank it, rather. Second try for Murdo. Won't go, and Baudette clears the rebound. Long 2. It's Ilg. Front iron miss. Kept alive by Boucher. And that leads to another bucket for Marinello. This one from the baseline.
Nice shot.
7 points now for Marinello. That makes her the game's high scorer. And with 2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter, Hopkinton trailing by 5, their largest deficit. Murdo trying to shake off Anderson, who's done a good job defensively. Murdo pulls the trigger from way downtown. Deep. That one nearly 30 feet out.
They needed that desperately. They needed that. That was near the volleyball line. It was so deep.
Murdo with her first from downtown, 7 points. Shapiro trying to match her from straight away. Can't get it to go. Murdo almost had the rebound, lost her balance, and now a jump ball is called. Possession arrow is going to have us going the other way.
It's still a good rebound by Boucher. Just kind of fell down, lost it a little bit. Jump ball, a lot of jump balls. Seen a lot of back and forth jump balls today so far already.
Bodies have been on the floor. Max effort here in this championship affair. Boucher pokes it loose, and now back-to-back jump balls.
Going the other way this time, turnover. That's tough though. You got both your teammates up top trying to screen. You have to pick a side, which way to go, and just good defense that last time down.
Ill catching fire, 3, too strong. Marinello taps it, keeps it at this end of the floor. Boucher, a second try, can't get it. And there's Yetton on the glass. In the lane, Murdo knocked down, no foul.
Yeah, she wanted a foul. Coach wanted a foul.
Some of the Hopkinton fans wanted a foul as well.
Defense did a nice job, though. They didn't move. They just stood there, let her kind of just do her thing.
2-point game again. Bishop out for Westover. Now Yetton off the dribble. Tough shot for Bishop. And then Marinello in a crowd able to clear the glass for the Cougars.
All of a sudden, Marinello has 8 rebounds. She's being more aggressive on the boards.
Shapiro, the trailer, pulls the trigger in and out. And then a foul on the weak side rebound attempt as Westover and Boucher do battle.
You're not going to, if you don't box out Westover, you're going to get a foul jumping over her back because she's always where the ball is when a shot goes up. She's always there.
Meanwhile, Boucher just picked up her third for Kearsarge. Coach Tenney goes to the bench. Anderson, after a good stint defensively, going to get a well-deserved breather. And we see the return of the freshman, Nyama Wilson, who played well defensively in the first half for Kearsarge. Nice pass down low, but not quite ready was Bishop. And it's turned over.
9th turnover for Hopkinton so far tonight.
This one partially blocked in the corner. Good hands by Bishop to deny the three-point look.
Again, Bishop right now, she has just been awesome. Block shots, rebounds, hitting a few baskets, timely baskets as well.
Inside, Marinello turns and shoots but can't score. Westover, her 11th rebound for Hopkinton. Midway through, third quarter, still a 2-point game. Kearsarge gets the stop they wanted. It's Ilg on the rebound. Ilg still with it. 2-on-2, collides with Yetton. And a foul is called against the defender.
Yetton not happy. She looked like she might have been there. The wizard of replay. Let's see if she gets there in time. No, she's still moving. That's a great call.
Sophomore went down, did not like the call.
She thought she was there because you know what? As a player, you always think you're there. Boy, girl, man, woman, you always think you're there.
Her first, the team's 4th. So Hopkinton up against the limit. Meanwhile, Marinello catching fire.
That's the one. That's the one right there. Good out-of-bounds play. An out-of-bounds play in which you would try to score.
9 points for the senior, playing in her final game of the high school career that has been brilliant. Meanwhile, this one in and out of the hands of Tanuvasa. And a travel is called. Well, they're going to get a travel against
Wilson, I
Kearsarge.
believe.
Yeah, Wilson had it briefly before stumbling at midcourt.
You know, if she either dribbles the ball and tries to get up or she just stays on the floor and throws it, not a turnover. Freshman. She's a freshman. They got to make sure she understands that going forward.
Hopkinton down 4, trying to make it a one-possession game. Chase on the run, can't get it. Another 3-body collision here. As Wilson, Marinello, and Westover all went tumbling. They're going to rule last touch by the Cougars, and the Hawks will have another shot.
Man out of bounds. If you set good screens, you're going to get open.
Good defense there from Kearsarge. Here's the freshman Chase. Trying to dribble out of a crowd. And now the officials blow the whistle, and they're going to say it was kicked.
That's not a kick ball, Nick. I'm sorry, that's not a kick ball.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, that's not intentional. It hit her foot when she dropped it. That's not a kick ball. You can't just be randomly go every time the ball hits your foot. It's not a kick. That just happened to be, unless she did. Did she try and kick it? From that replay, it was hard to tell. If she tried to kick it, absolutely.
So Kearsarge takes advantage. They go inside to Marinello. 6 of her 11 have come in this third quarter.
She's showing up, Nick. She's showing up the second half.
Largest lead for the Cougars. They're up 6. Inside of 3 minutes, third quarter. Westover calling for it in the post, but her team can't get it to her. Meanwhile, Chase on the run, blocked. Westover, offensive rebound, and then a foul.
Of course Westover got an offensive rebound, of course.
12 rebounds total for the junior, coming off a 19 rebound performance, her career high in the semifinal win.
Man, the way she's going now, we have 2:33 left. She can end up with 20 to 25 at this rate.
Young, tough shot over 2 defenders. And a good box out for Wilson.
Wilson does a really good job boxing out. Because Wilson's not very tall either. Notice that. She's a not very tall freshman, but she always finds her way to get a rebound. She's quick. Nose for the ball, we call that.
And here's a shot for the youngster. Can't bury it from the baseline, and Westover rips it away. Hopkinton looking to push. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Yetton with some room on the baseline. A little too much on that one. Weak side rebound for Shapiro. And now Marinello going to slow it down. Coach Tenney raising both arms on the Kearsarge sideline. Calling out the play. It's a pick and roll. Little leaner up and good off the glass for Shapiro.
Shot. Beautiful shot by Shapiro off the pick and roll. Use the glass. Oh, beautiful.
7 points for the guard. 8-point lead for the Cougars for the first time. In fact, it's the largest lead either way tonight. 3-pointer for Murdo. It sails on her and ends up out of bounds.
She has to be, usually, I should say, is their primary scorer. And tonight, they've done a good job. They've held her in check.
Murdo with 7 points.
She was far ahead of that last time in the semifinals, but they've done a good job. Just they don't let her catch the ball. They make it really difficult for her, make her work every time down the floor. So, it's tough when shots aren't going in either.
Well, there is Coach Tenney. Guided the school to 2 Class I championships over 20 years ago in 1998 and again in 2002. Retired for nearly a full decade. Came back at the start of last season, and he's already got his team potentially now just 10 minutes away in regulation from getting it done for a third time.
That'd be a heck of a comeback story. The newspaper should be all over that. Comes back and boom, all of a sudden they win the title. Just sort of, and he said it the other night, rebuilt the program, get it going again, get kids interested in it. We've noticed around the area, too, I've noticed a lot of teams, you don't have the same level of interest. There's not as many kids playing. Some teams, over at West and Central had to combine together to form one girls' team. So you got to get people motivated. When you win, it's motivational. When you have fun, right? Basketball is supposed to be fun. We cannot forget that. If it's not fun, you shouldn't be playing.
I think both teams would attest to that they've had fun and success this season.
Absolutely.
Of course, Kearsarge, a 12-game winner in the regular season. Hopkinton won 13. Marinello called for traveling as we resume play. A rare mistake there by the senior.
Only the 5th turnover I have so far. I could be off, but again, that's math.
I think both teams have taken relatively good care of the ball tonight. Coming up in the final minute, third quarter, there's the freshman Wilson with the steal. Trying to chase it down, but it just rolls out of her grasp.
So close. Such good defense. You get it, steal, and you turn it back over again.
And a good head-first effort. Youngster going to take her time before getting back to her feet.
Gym floor's hard, Nick. That wood's hard, We're falling on that quite a bit. It's hard. Hurts.
We'll try and shake it off.
Usually don't feel it till after the game either. You get the adrenaline flowing. You feel, that a little bit. But after the game, you're like, oh, my elbow. What happened?
Final minute, third quarter.
I have a bruise. See, now they're running the offense a little bit lower. We might get that basket, a flex cut for a layup. Oh,
got to travel.
11th Hopkinton turnover. According to them, they can't. Kearsarge students are saying, I guess you can't do that.
Well, just reminding our audience of the rule, apparently.
Apparently they know you can't do that.
Shapiro's been hot.
Hello, Shapiro.
Another one. That's a deep 2. Shapiro with 7 of her 9 points coming in this third quarter. Meanwhile, a foul is called on the wraparound pass attempt.
Great pass.
Murdo knocked down in the process. The foul coming against Kearsarge. It's on Marinello, and that's her third.
I don't think Westover was ready for that. I'm not too sure who it was for, but good wraparound, good idea.
This one taken away. Ilg with the steal. Launching a long one. It's going to send Marinello on for the offensive rebound. Shapiro, pretty good look at it. Another one for 3.
That's a 3. Oh, Shapiro has been huge.
10 points in this third quarter, 12 in the game. Final 10 seconds. Murdo, step back 3. That one halfway down, but won't go. Rebound for Ilg. And Kearsarge is going to run out the third quarter clock with a 13-point lead up on the board. The Cougar fans are on their feet here in Keene.
They can smell a victory.
Largest lead either way. Defense clamping down and a double-digit lead on the board heading into the fourth quarter. Is it their night? Will they bring home a championship for the first time in 22 years, or does Hopkinton have a comeback in store? We find out next. Fourth quarter on the other side. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, start of the fourth quarter here in Keene. Kearsarge, after trailing by as many as 7 in the opening quarter, have clamped down on defense. And now lead by 13 as we begin this fourth quarter. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Hopkinton at 13-3 during the regular season. Hit a little bit of a skid here on offense. Have only scored 5 combined points over the second and third quarters here in this championship game as the Kearsarge defense has really come to the forefront.
Absolutely. And when you've held Murdo to 7 points in the game so far, you're in trouble.
There's a runner, partially blocked as Holmes couldn't keep it alive. Kearsarge going to come the other way. They've got numbers. They go inside. Marinello, wraparound. Boucher, quick 2, in and out. Murdo, the rebound. The Hopkinton Jr. brings it into the front court. The trailer is Yetton. Never quite had it. Ilg goes head first on a diving attempt to force the tie-up. And it pays off for Kearsarge as the Cougars have the possession arrow.
And that's their 14th turnover right now. They had, down 13 with 14 turnovers. That's that Kearsarge defense is doing a good job. In the passing lanes, hands everywhere.
Both teams have gone with the traditional man-to-man look defensively. And it has paid off, especially for the Cougars. Marinello, never quite had that one as it rolls off her fingertips out of bounds back to Hopkinton.
It was a really good cut and actually a really good pass. She just didn't have it. Got a little too excited, knowing that if she catches that, she's going to get an easy basket.
Meanwhile, you feel for Liz Holmes, who's going to come out of the game despite her best efforts. We saw her have to be carried off the floor back in the semifinal with an apparent ankle/knee injury.
Yeah, she tried. Wow, that's some
playing
effort,
with the
though.
brace tonight, but just unable to give it 100%. Going to need some assistance coming off the floor here.
That's
with
so
a minute
hard.
gone by in the fourth quarter.
But you know what, though? A lot of people wouldn't have even tried to play.
Right.
She's giving it her all, gave it a shot. Didn't go well. Still hurt. But at least she tried to play. I like to see that. Courage. You got to have courage.
Shot for Yetton, partially blocked. It ends up with Marinello.
Courage is a choice, Nick.
I like that.
She made a choice. She chose to be courageous and try and play.
Meanwhile, we've been stuck here at 30-17 through the first 90 seconds of the fourth quarter. Kearsarge threatening to extend their lead. Marinello goes at Westover. Double team by Yetton. Ball poked loose in the corner, and a foul is called against Kearsarge. They're going to get Boucher with a little shove there. And a loose ball foul. We'll give it back to Hopkinton.
Marinello has to know when to get rid of the ball. As soon as the trap comes, either step through or kick the ball to a teammate for a quick open shot.
So Boucher picks up her fourth and will head to the Cougar sideline.
They need her. They'll save her for the last maybe 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
2 minutes in. Clock starting to become a bit of a factor. A 13-point lead still on the board for Kearsarge. Hopkinton open to chip away. Murdo goes at the lengthy defender and scores with the left hand.
Tough shot. You don't want to let her get going. All of a sudden she feels confident. What happens? It's only an 11-point lead. That's not that many.
9 now for the junior guard. And there's Murdo with the steal. Looks over at the defender, goes up with the left hand and finishes again. And that'll lead to a timeout. A Hopkinton timeout. It comes immediately after the bucket by Coach Mahoney.
I think we're going Kearsarge timeout. I thought you were right. Now I got Kearsarge showing him they want a 30-second. Yes, Kearsarge on that. Smart though, right? What do we always say? Don't play not to lose.
Right.
Keep attacking offensively. Play the way you've been playing so far. If you just try and pass the ball around, look what happened. They got a little casual. Throw the pass, boom. Guess who's there? Murdo. Don't let her get herself back in the game. You can't allow that. Otherwise, I could see her just bringing him back by herself. She's that good.
Sensational. In the semifinal victory over Winnisquam at 23 points. Held somewhat in check tonight by this Kearsarge defense, as I'm sure Coach Tenney kind of geared the defensive game plan towards number 3 in white tonight.
And they've done a good job, right? Defensively, they've held her down. They've done a really good job.
But back-to-back buckets.
Absolutely.
For the junior.
Got to stop her.
Her club is back within 9, 30-21. 2.5 gone by, fourth quarter. A little press coming out of the timeout from Hopkinton. No problem for Kearsarge. Marinello, long two, up and in.
That is an important, timely bucket for Marinello.
13 points to go and 9 rebounds for the senior. And the double-digit lead back on the board for Kearsarge.
There's a
Meanwhile,
foul.
Offensive foul is called. The defender Anderson knocked down. A moving screen against Westover.
15th turnover. Turnovers have proved costly today.
First personal foul against Westover. And the third team foul against Hopkinton. 3 minutes in, fourth quarter. Marinello high post, 15-footer. Back iron miss. Weak side rebound collected by Bishop, her third. Murdo looking to push. Leaves it for Bodette. Back to Murdo. Going to shake off Anderson. Leans into a banker and one.
Wow, what a shot. What a shot.
Able to dip the shoulder and then score it with the left hand.
She is so good with her offhand.
6 points in this fourth quarter for the junior. Trying to will her team back into the game. Free throw is good.
All of a sudden, what do we have? We have an 8-point lead.
10 of the 14 for Murdo coming in the second half. Marinello, one dribble down the lane, too strong off the glass. Westover, another rebound. Hopkinton starting to get some stops here as we head towards the midway point, fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game. Backdoor Yetton, the banker, is going to make it a 6-point difference.
All of a sudden, the Hopkinton offense has come to life defensively.
And a foul here, reach in.
Kearsarge may need to take another timeout. Little discussion about defense. Who you guard and stay with them.
Foul on Bishop. Meanwhile, Boucher going to come back on for Kearsarge despite the 4 fouls.
They need her in there. She's been really good.
She'll replace the freshman Wilson. Just about midway through this fourth quarter, things have tightened up. Hopkinton trailed by as many as 13. They're within striking distance at 32-26. From poke loose, Shapiro tracks it down. Coach Tenney on his feet trying to play traffic cop here for the offense.
And if you're Kearsarge right now, you don't want to turn the ball over either.
Shapiro along two. Won't go from the baseline, but Bishop bobbled the weak side rebound attempt, and it goes off her legs out of bounds.
Tough one. Boucher was there.
Those two have battled on the glass tonight. Here's a three for Ilg. Too strong, but there's Boucher.
Boucher again.
Elbow J, Marinello can't get it. And Westover secures it for the Hawks.
Of course she does.
15 rebounds tonight for the junior.
Great steal. Anderson
the other way. It's a 2-on-3. Pull up for Anderson, no. And then a foul is called as Westover had Marinello on her back. 3.5 to go, fourth quarter. Still a 6-point game. Kearsarge hoping to hang on for their first championship since 2002. Hopkinton hoping for their first title since 2003.
One more we're concerned. Marinello now has 4 fouls as well.
Foul trouble both ways.
The two best players on each side, foul trouble.
Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Here at Keene State College. Tremendous host for another year of championship basketball here. Another doubleheader here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. On the boys' side, we'll bring you that live at 8 o'clock. Conant and St. Thomas in what promises to be a good one.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that one as well. Two teams. One team coached by a former college coach who's very successful, who has sort of come back to his high school roots, brought that team back to a championship. Very impressive run. And Conant, always kind of in the mix. Sometimes maybe a year or two you go out, but they're always competitive. So should be a heck of a game.
This one started off in Hopkinton's favor. They built a 7-point lead in that first quarter, but trailed by 3 at halftime after going scoreless in the second quarter. Kearsarge extending the lead to as many as 13 in the second half, but it's been Hopkinton led by Murdo on the comeback trail here in the fourth. Still with work to do, down by 6. Murdo follows her own miss for a 5th rebound. Leads to a quick shot in the lane, won't go. Westover, drop step, bank attempt, too strong. Marinello clears the glass for the Cougars. Coach Tenney says slow it down as we hit 3 minutes to go. The Hopkinton student section stomping on the bleachers and chanting defense. Inside, the runner for Marinello.
Tough shot by Marinello, but a good shot.
15 and 10 tonight for the senior in her final game, hoping it ends in a championship.
Double.
3-pointer up for Bodette, too strong, tipped towards the corner, out of bounds it goes. And they're saying last touch by the defense, so it'll stay here with Hopkinton.
Got to get the ball in Murdo's hands. She has to have the ball. She makes him go. Oh, there's that travel. There's that foot. Dance, a little dance.
Bishop lifted that back pivot foot a little early. Turnover number 16 for the Hawks. Meanwhile, timeout on the floor. 2:34 to go. in this fourth quarter. And again, it's an 8-point bulge at 34-26.
Heck of a game. Double-double for Marinello. Westover has 17 rebounds, according to my stats. Murdo's played really well here in the fourth quarter. She kind of brought them at least to where it's a little bit closer. Still an 8-point lead, like you said. Kearsarge just has to keep playing like they've been playing and maybe just continue to try and contain Murdo. You're not going to stop her, but just try and contain her. Make her pass the ball. Make her teammates beat you.
Now we got 3 team fouls each way. 2:34 on the clock. If you're Hopkinton's head coach, Mike Mahoney, how do you play it here? Down by 8, given the foul situation.
Well, I'm trying to go at, right now I go at Marinello. If you can get her off the floor, that's one less player, their best defensive player. Inside, she changes shots. I'm going to go at her and try and take her out of the game. That gives me a better chance to score around the basket. If I'm Kearsarge, I'm just going to try and play like I've been playing. Don't try and play slow. Full court, looks like.
Lightning quick on the hands. It's Murnau, and then a foul.
Might have got away with a travel.
Another steal for the junior, and then a bump in the lane. Send her to the free throw line.
She really is good. She makes them go. She can shoot. She's a good passer. Gives her teammates really good opportunities to make baskets.
Been money at the line more often than not. 4 for 6 now at the stripe. 15 points. A team high, tied with her counterpart Marinello for game high honors. Free throw rolls off the rim. It's batted out, and there's Ilg in a crowd for the Cougars.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you don't turn the ball over if you're Kearsarge. Take your time, get the ball down the court, get into your half-court offense, and run the offense so you get a really good look.
Cougars lead by 7, trying to protect the basketball. No shot clock, as we know, as we tick down towards 2 minutes to go on the game clock. Boucher, not a lot of room to work there on the sideline. Anderson escapes. High post Marinello. Kearsarge playing a little keep away here.
They're not really looking to score right now either, trying to play keep away. You know, it's a long time to play keep away, but you are up 7 points. If you can play keep away for a while, you're in good shape.
Coach Mahoney wants to tighten the screws. Wants to travel here. Instead, we have a push.
Bailout with a foul.
A foul on Bishop.
Oh, they got lucky that time.
Coach Mahoney not happy.
One way to sort of, I guess, delay or run like a stall delay game is to just run your half-court offense over and over again. Just keep running it like you normally would and just don't take any shots. Wanted the push, fans. Wanted the push.
Won't get it. Marinello.
Murdo can't foul out, though. She's got to be smart.
Again, Kearsarge trying to take chew clock here as we're down to 1:25. Anderson, make that Ilg is fouled.
That might be it. Was that Murdo? That might be it for Murdo, if that was her.
It was.
Oh, no.
That's only number 4.
4 for her. Okay. For some reason, I thought she had 4 already.
She's had 3 since late in the second quarter. That's her first since. Comes with 1:20 remaining. Still a 7-point game. Kearsarge with the lead and the basketball. Ilg to the rim is fouled by Bodette.
Good move to the rim. Not a bad foul. Make her make some free throws. As long as they don't make the basket, most of the time that's not a bad foul.
Stops the clock with 1:15 remaining. Free throw no good for Ilg.
Got to make free throws down the stretch. 1:15 to go. Got to make them. If you get them, you better put them in.
Back iron miss. Westover, the rebound. 0 for 2 trip for Ilg. Keeps the door open ajar, but a steal here. Boucher chased down by Bishop. Count it and the foul.
What a play. Steal and a basket. Traditional and one. Here we go.
Boucher all smiles after going glass there. Trying to put the finishing touches on this one with 64 seconds remaining. The lead up to 9.
Tough shot.
Boucher, free throw won't go. Westover, back-to-back 19 rebound performances for the junior.
She's going to get one more. I can feel it. She's going to have a 20-pointer, 20-rebounder.
Instead, it's Marinello. Her 11th rebound for Kearsarge. Coach Tenney says slow it down. Coach Mahoney, I think, has got to give a foul here. Down to 40 seconds, and there it is. They're going to tag Westover near the backcourt.
I think we're shooting now, right? Are we shooting 5 fouls that time, or we got one more to go?
They're in the bonus, so Boucher will shoot 2. Coming up after the game, live coverage of the awards ceremony down on the floor. Kearsarge hoping that they'll be in the winner's circle after a 22-year absence. Boucher makes this a 10-point game. And now a timeout is called by Kearsarge.
10 points is a lot, Nick, in 42 and a half seconds. 10 points is a lot.
It was actually Hopkinton's Mike Mahoney who called the timeout. He's got the whiteboard in his hand, hoping to draw up a play that can score quickly here.
Yeah, you got to score quick every time. Then you have to press, maybe foul right away. Make sure somebody else other than Murdo fouls, obviously. Put them at the line, make them beat you at the free throw line. As long as you can score, then you got to foul quick. Can't let them take any time off the clock coming back. Now Boucher has to make this free throw. Put them up 11. 11's tougher than 10.
So Adara Boucher, the senior, one of 3 seniors on this club. Looking to cap the career with a championship ring.
They were confident she was going to make that, too. They only had one of their players on the key to rebound.
11-point game, quick 3, won't go down. Marinello out of the crowd for Kearsarge with the rebound. Does Hopkinton want a foul? Down to 25 seconds. 11-point game, Cougars into the front court.
Got a foul quick. I guess they're
I don't think we're going to see a foul here. Looks like Kearsarge is going to be allowed to run out the clock. Down to 10 seconds. So for the first time since 2002, the Kearsarge Cougars are going to win a state championship under head coach Ed Tenney.
That is so much fun. Good for them. Congratulations.
Final score here at Keene State, 38-27. Cougars trailed early by as many as 7, but the defense put the clamps on in that second quarter. They held Hopkinton off the board and took a 3-point lead into the halftime locker room. That extended to 13 to begin the fourth. And then despite the best effort of Shady Merlot and the Hopkinton Hawks in that fourth quarter, it was not meant to be as the comeback attempt falls short. 38-27.
It was a heck of a game.
Is the final.
Heck of a game, Nick. Heck of a game. Kearsarge tried to battle back, just didn't have enough. I'm sorry, Hopkinton tried to battle back, just did not have enough. Kearsarge just played really well. Defensively, they were phenomenal. They held Murdo pretty much in check for the majority of that game and made her work really hard to try and get any baskets. If you can make your best player or make the best player in the other team work that hard, it just tires them out. You could tell at the end of the game, she was tired. She has to do a lot.
Still scored 15 points, but as you mentioned, she saw some face guarding assignments and had to handle really the pressure into the backcourt, but not enough offensive firepower tonight, at least consistently for Hopkinton.
No, they only had 2 players. Well, 15 points. They only had 1 player in double figures. The rest were kind of in the, even Westover. Again, though, 19 rebounds, just 1 basket, though. That's a little tough. Got to make sure she gets some 2-footers that go in. But
and then you see a balanced, really, attack on the offensive end on the other side.
Absolutely.
For Kearsarge. Big second half for Ava Shapiro. Hit a couple of 3-pointers and finished with 12 points. But once again, this thing really rolled through Tessa Marinello, who had 10 points in the second half, finished with 15 and 12, and was really instrumental all season long for the Cougars. So it's Kearsarge in 2024 as they celebrate down on the floor in front of NHIAA President Jeff Collins, on the sideline with Coach Tenney. Of course, his assistants who put in work all year long, Darren Huff, Melinda Laro, Steve Lavel-Pichello. And as you know, at this time of year, at the end of a long season, the longest high school season there is, it really is a family atmosphere down there on both sidelines.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think right now you see, Holmes, who just battled through injury and came back and showed the courage to try and play even though she couldn't do it. Murdo, again, got to keep your head up, though. You got to the finals. That's a big deal. People tend to, don't forget, you got to the finals. It's really hard to get there. There's a lot of teams involved. One missed shot here, a turnover there, and all of a sudden you're not in the finals. You're home early. At least you got a chance to play in the final.
There's Coach Mahoney handing out the silver medals. And you're right, Hopkinton's going to be on that short list of contenders again next year.
Yeah, and you can tell they're not happy. You can see it on their faces. Not happy, but that's, you know what? That's why we play the game. Somebody has to win. And today, Kearsarge just played a better game overall and had more teammates involved. And defensively, their plan defensively was spot on.
So Hopkinton, the runner-up, after a 13-3 regular season that earned them the number 2 seed, had an impressive win the other night in the semifinals over Winnisquam, but despite a pretty good start here at Keene State in the championship, they're on the wrong end of the 38-27 final score. They will bring back Shaylee Murdo next year.
That's huge. That is huge.
And they'll bring back her classmate Cindy Westover as well.
See, and right there you have your rebound scoring combination. You know what, maybe Westover becomes more of an offensive threat next year. If she's going to get you 19 rebounds and she gets you 10 points, then they've won the championship if she just does that. So a little bit more offense from her and maybe somebody else, and they're right there again next year. Nothing to be ashamed of. They should be proud that they got to the finals. But losing does stink. It's the way it is.
So there's Coach Mahoney, assistant coach Ken Murdo, and the manager Parker Potter.
And now with the head coach and the captains of the Cougars of Kearsarge.
What a comeback. What a return to greatness.
Ed Tenney going to bring his club to midcourt here and hold up the state championship trophy. 2 of his seniors, Tessa Marinello, Adara Boucher, instrumental all season long, and clutch in this one as well to seal the deal.
Yeah, she played well. I hope she decides to or has an opportunity to play at the next level too. At her size, she could play at the next level somewhere, absolutely. Marinello, that is, I'm sorry. Here they come, all smiles all around. It's wonderful to see that.
And Kearsarge, they'll bring a lot back as well. We mentioned they'll lose Marinello and Boucher, 2 of the starters, but overall just 3 seniors graduated.
Yeah.
A lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and of course a strong junior class as well set to return. So they have a good shot as anybody of defending the crown next year in 2025.
I have a feeling, we don't know, we didn't see a lot of regular season games, but we did see the semifinals. I have a feeling we may see the same 4 teams in the semifinals again next year.
We could.
Maybe it's just me, but that's just kind of the way it looked when we saw those teams play the other day.
Of course, the semifinals consisted of the top 4 seeds. St. Thomas and Winnisquam had spectacular regular season records.
They did. So I think those games could have gone either way. That night, certain people played well. Murdo was fantastic that night and led them to the victory.
So another championship for Ed Tenney. His 3rd. As he told us, each one is special, each one is different. And he said he really has
a coachable group on his hands, and to nobody's surprise, well, you get a good coach, you get a group that's willing to listen and execute. This can be the result.
Yeah, those are the teams that win, by the way. I know that's wacky to say, but there are some teams that have a ton of talent but are not coachable, don't listen, and then they end up losing games that they should win. Usually it works out whoever has the best players wins. Unless, of course, those best players decide not to listen ever, then it can go the other way. But tonight I think the better team won.
Kearsarge, your 2024 NHIAA girls basketball state champions in Division III.
Numero uno.
Well, that does it for us here for broadcast number 1. I want to thank Abe and his crew here at Keene State. Of course, we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. We appreciate working with Don Boyle and his group as well. Reminder, we're back on the air very shortly, just ahead of the 8 o'clock tip in the boys' Division III state championship game between Conant and St. Thomas. That's coming up next. So, for Kat Doyle, Josh Lebrecht, my partner Justin Gorham, our director, the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, Ben Beals, and executive producer Steve Beals. My name is Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Kearsarge 38, Hopkinton 27. This has been a presentation of the 2024 NHIAA Girls Basketball Division III State Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.